Gaming! This guy gave us a real junker. Turns real slow. Though we do have a pretty decent amount of energy to put into things. Well, that might just be because half of these things do not... Half of these things are currently repairing. Look at that birdie. I'll give this big blue shark a nice big hug. It's a lot of bees. And bees are also nice. Don't hug the bees though, they're busy. Hey, what are we doing? We need to return to Agent number 1. No one, that's right. That's what he said. His name is No One. Not sure how much more is left of this. We're gonna be doing the bounty stuff for the rest of the night, or we move on to something else. I'm not sure how much other things we have left that I wanted to do. I know that we need to go talk to Vlad or something to scan some more
Just
temples.
promise me we ain't gonna visit Jacob, all right?
Yeah. I got back to Framerate Island. Whoa. Sorry, that was probably not the best choice for viewers not getting nauseous watching.
Otherwise, avoid the stretch.
Are you going to apply for the job?
Sarah Filburn and brother-in-law?
Beer run? I'm not doing a beer run. It's silly. I don't know, maybe it's the best side quest in the game for all I know.
Hey, what's good?
Hi. You seem nice. Could I go with you instead of this walking pile of dog shit?
Welcome back, recruit.
Thank you, Agent No One. Any luck taking down the Flash yet?
I assume your return means you have successfully completed your mission. But where is Hannibal?
I'll let you say it, rookie.
Ooh, this is good. We could pin it on Roach. I don't know, it's not clear to me whether this dialogue option is blaming Roach or trying to suck up to him. Yeah, I don't want to even risk making it seem like we're gonna get along with Roach. Hannibal tricked us and led us into a trap. Oh my god. Hannibal tricked us and led us into a trap.
Is this true, Roach? I know Hannibal has a reputation for being elusive, but I believed if anyone could catch him, it would be you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, no one, but unfortunately it's true. Like a heat leech, the squirmy bastard was there under our noses the whole time. He escaped our notice and left us stranded. I'll fill you in later.
He didn't leave us stranded.
How do you evaluate your partner's performance?
Even if we didn't catch our target, Rookie here did a good job. I stood back and advised. Rookie did most of the work. They'd make a good tracker.
I trust your endorsement, Roach. With that, your assessment is complete. Roach believes you did well. Welcome to the Trackers Alliance.
Thanks.
Other bounties on the display will now be available to you, as will the downstairs lounge. There, you will find the elite bounty board, with tougher missions, as well as other amenities and resources. Lastly, you will choose a call sign. This is how other trackers will know you within the Alliance. It will obfuscate your identity and keep you safe.
Ooh. But we definitely don't want to be Blitzkrieg. That's kind of Monka-esque. Could be Bear, Mantis, Night Stalker, nice Fallout reference, or Nova. I mean, I think we gotta go with Mantis, right? Because it's our superhero identity that we acquired by, what's the word? I don't know. We happen to be in the right place to acquire it. Happenstance, that's the word.
It is affirmed. Henceforth,
Hey, Manus.
Whoops.
Dropped another couple bounties. Hope you're keeping up.
Ooh, we got a new,
there are always more bounties to collect.
spacesuit. It's common, so we're obviously not gonna use it. But is it the cool Mass Effect one that... Wait, that's... I'm looking for... The cool Mass Effect one? It is not. It's a generic looking spacesuit. Wow. Thanks for nothing. Well, this one looks okay. But again, it doesn't have any legendary effects on it. Oh well. What's this one? I don't remember getting this one. Oh, wait, there's this fancy Trekkers Alliance one. Maybe that's the one he just gave us? We got a common one and a legendary one. So that one's actually useful. And I didn't get a good look at the things that we just got. Although it's got the exclamation points on the new ones, so... You see, these are the ones that we just got. So we got this other one before. I don't know when or how we got it, though. But anyway, do we want to keep doing more of this bounty stuff? So I guess this one's just done. Guy got away. Which, you know what? Seemed like a real stand-up guy.
Been thinking about getting back out there. Hunting again.
Oh, you know that I value your work as an agent. You've helped us recruit some quality candidates. Are you certain about this?
I believe so. I want to take advantage of the time I've got while I still have some fight left in me. I would still continue my duties as an agent, of course.
If that is what you would like, who am I to stop you? There are few I trust more than you. This you know.
I do. Thank you for understanding, and for your blessing.
Yes, I was looking at that too.
Is yours, should
The
you...
face on this thing is very haunting. Anyway.
The hunt continues. I hope you fare well.
Thank you. I hope your battles with the CW's The Flash go well as well. Anyway, let's take on the Vulture.
Commissioned by the Freestar government. It has come to our attention that the mercenary known as the Vulture has become a major national security threat. Recent reports indicate the target is operating on the planet Sumati with a group of veteran mercenaries. The last Freestar law enforcement agent to pursue the target has gone silent. Their most
Mind if I
recent
take the long
coordinates
way?
will be
When
provided.
there's fugitives on the loose.
Yeah, I'm not sure what do you mean by the long way. You mean teleporting like that?
I'm good.
Sure.
Hey, how's the
I would say teleporting is the opposite of the long way, but whatever.
She just lost another baby tooth. She's really
starting to read too.
Man,
Who's talking?
gotta say, being a tracker is pretty awesome. I remember when she was old, yay high.
Oh, is it
Speak.
the downstairs lounge that they mentioned? Aha.
You know, she's why I'm not out there anymore. Can't put her
Yes?
at risk.
Speak quickly.
I'll just
Oh,
live
yes,
vicariously
alright.
through the trackers
Oh,
that stole
let me get all stiff just like you.
I have seen death. I have seen tragedy. I have seen more beg for their lives than I can count. But what I haven't seen is a fledgling tracker seemingly so willing and eager to speak with me so soon after joining.
Are you...
What knowledge do you hope to gain from our interaction?
First of all, why are you talking like an Elder Scrolls NPC? Second of all, I've always wanted to know how they get the food to be perfect cubes at chunks.
I will not acknowledge that with a response. I hope you take any further conversation more seriously.
I will not.
I am Yama. I borrow this name from the god of the dead, who
Wow.
judges the souls I usher to him.
Goodbye.
Reaper's grace be with you.
Is that a threat? Okay.
What's the word, Mantis? Need some new equipment?
Hey, it's Stash. The titular Stash.
How about that? We got a new tracker in the building. Name's Stash, and I'm more than just a pretty face. You ever need my help, you can step right over here to my little corner and we can talk shop. Whether it's for business or pleasure, that's up to you.
Alright.
You can take a mission from the bounty board downstairs if you wish.
Is that what the stash is for? Oh, no. Let me try that again. So, is the stash for business or for pleasure?
I'll see if there's anything I feel qualified to do.
Oh my god. Your name's Stash because you've got a stash of equipment? Kind of on the nose, isn't it?
No, and yes. No, it's Stash, like my mustache. Yes, it's kind of on the nose, like my mustache. Well, under it, but you get the idea. But yeah, it does work out like that, doesn't it? You're not the first to suggest it, and I doubt you'll be the last. And before you ask, no, I didn't grow the stash because I got a stash of goods or vice versa. Sometimes nicknames just stick.
I love him. A tracker like you must have some great stories, huh?
Matter of fact, I do. But the most interesting ones aren't from my tracker field work. Instead, I'm gonna take you back in time to my youth. See, I was a scrappy little neon street rat.
Just like me!
Built homemade weapons and armor made out of scraps I came across. You can imagine who might buy that sort of thing. That's right.
Criminals?
Gangbangers and other lowlives. I saw what they used these weapons for. But I had to make money. And it kept me safe from the gangs because they needed me.
Gotta do what you gotta do to survive. In the mean streets.
Absolutely. And that's a good thing to keep in mind as you're out there catching bad guys. Just, try not to do what you gotta do with reckless abandon. Survival isn't always without consequences.
I like this guy. Finally, someone with an ounce of moral fortitude. Could you tell me more about what you do here?
A tinker. I make, modify, and refurbish weapons and other equipment. For trackers only. But I don't do it for free, and I don't do it for credits either. I only take Astras. And you get whatever I give you. No questions, no special requests, no refunds.
What are Astras?
I was hoping you'd ask. Back during the Narian War, there was some serious concern that the banks were going to fail. So some enterprising individuals took matters into their own hands and started minting their own currency, Astras, just in case the worst came to pass. Anyway, Astras are rare, but they're out there, still used in some black market circles since they're untraceable by any government.
And what kinds of equipment do you have?
Guns, melee weapons, lethal, non-lethal, suits, you name it.
Non-lethal?
All with my own modifications.
Sounds good, I can work with that.
Good. Then we're on the same page.
I'd like to exchange Astras for equipment.
I got all sorts of equipment. Let's see those Astras.
I got one. Oh. So that's how it works. He's a gotcha. What are those, like the little vending machine things called? Actually, I only have the one, so I'm gonna save it for something better. I'll see you later. Bye!
Catch you around.
Yes, that was likely.
Well, could you not? Tired of cleaning up after you. I mean, look at you now. Not a speck of blood on you. You clearly know how to clean up
What can I
after
do you
yourself.
for, young gun?
For you, I will try to be more careful, but I make no promises.
Those are these people with the stances.
Well, maybe I don't.
Oh god.
Give you a clean glass to drink out of. How's that for you? Pull up a seat. There's no judgment here.
I just did. Wait! Come back here! Bloodhound!
If you're here to convince me not to kill again, you're wasting your time, old man.
You're always welcome to relax here, between jobs.
I just want to know where you got that new hardware I saw you walk in with earlier.
I got it from Stash. Traded that old currency he deals in for it.
I can confirm that.
Ain't that something? You give him junk money and he gives you high quality gear.
I can
Take a
confirm
load
that
off.
too.
Have a cold drink.
I have no
Unless you have somewhere better to be.
Of course, I don't get what he sees in the stuff. No one outside of him deals in it anymore.
You guys can hear me, right? It's like I said before, I'm collecting it because when it comes back into circulation, I'll have a huge supply of it.
Feel
Yeah,
free
we
to tell
hear
old
ya.
Two-Shot what's on
Just
your
don't
mind.
think any of us believe it'll make a comeback after 100 years. But hey, you do you, Stash.
Yeah, we'll see. Just because you don't know anyone doesn't mean it's worthless. Huh. I know people.
Pull up a seat. There's no judgment here.
Whoop. Didn't mean to stand up yet.
Well, howdy, Tracker.
Oh, hi, Bloodhound.
Feel free to tell old Two-Shot what's on your mind.
I'm gonna talk to this old man first. If I can get... There we go.
Well, if it ain't, now what call sign did you take again?
It's not a call sign, it's a superhero mantle. Your mom?!
You and I both know that ain't it. Enough with the jokes.
No, really, it's your mom.
Right. And I'm really your dad. Sorry I didn't teach you more original jokes. Now, ain't it past your bedtime, kiddo?
Okay, what's your mom's actual name? Because that's what I picked.
Now listen here. It was fun the first couple times, but if you can't show your fellow trackers some proper respect, you ain't gonna last long in this organization. Now, I ain't the fun police, but I hope I've made myself abundantly clear.
Yes, sir.
Good. So remind me again what I'm supposed to call you?
Am I required to share it with you?
If you want to chat with me, yeah. I know we don't do real names as part of the job, but I'd like to know who I'm talking to, if you don't mind.
Mantis.
Mantis? Huh. Could be confusing with the real Mantis out there, but, why not?
No, I'm the real Mantis.
I can see why you'd take that name. You got my seal of approval. Not that you need it. Name's Bloodhound. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hi, Bloodhound. Very original nickname for a tracker. Got any good stories?
Loads. But let me tell you just one. So, I'm down at some ass-backwards moon outpost out in the boonies. I got this old feller in my sights who's wanted for thieving from Ryujin and the other big corpos. Now, he don't know I ain't gonna shoot him, but he's itching to do something stupid. Then his kids come out, and his grandkids form a circle around him.
Could you speak up? It's kind of loud in here.
He's stealing so they can all just have a life. I get it. So I let him go. As far as the corpos know, he's dead.
Big man. That's something I'd pay to see.
Well, think about it.
Literally, as soon as I shovel a fork full of jambalaya in my mouth is when he stops talking. What was the question? He let the guy go because he was stealing to support his family. Oh, I would have done the same for sure.
Yep, I got cussed out pretty good. But sometimes, it's worth it to do some good in the verse.
Now, listen here, Buster.
Some sort of intimidation tactic.
This isn't Firefly. I know the starting ship looks like the Serenity. We got cowboys in space. We don't need to go dropping some Joss Whedon-isms. But I appreciate the moral of the story, and nice to know that there's two good mustaches here. All these base trackers, you got stuck with the asshole, yeah? Seems like a decent guy so far. Got any good bounty hunting tips?
Sure. I'm a veritable wealth of information. Anything particular on your mind?
Gonna ship the mustache men with each other? Yeah? Also, I'm enjoying the interactions between the characters, although I wish they wouldn't talk over the conversations that we're having. Well, that does seem to have stopped. It's a nice little detail, though. Let's see. What's the best way to take someone in alive?
Personally, I prefer the diplomatic approach. Just because we're all certified badasses who could easily lay out the toughest spacer punk doesn't mean you're not human. If you ask me, words are a tracker's most effective tool. You'd be surprised how far a little sympathy can take you sometimes. Failing that, most targets are cowards. They don't want to die. Exploit that fact when you can.
And how do you deal with a target who gives you no choice but to kill them?
Now that's a tough one. Depends on the situation. If you can't convince them with words, you may have to rough them up and put the fear of God in them. I suggest you learn as much as you can about human anatomy and physiology. It ain't pretty, but there are many things you can do to a body that ain't lethal, but may cause someone to wish they were.
Any other general tips?
Well, it ain't what I'd call hot tips, but they serve me well. Eat right, stay hydrated, exercise, just stay healthy. Don't hunt if you're sick. Last thing you want is an errant cough or sneeze to give you away when you're trying to use the element of surprise.
Alright, well, I think I'm good for now.
You got it, Chief.
Don't call me Chief. Anything else you can tell me about yourself, Bloodhound?
Sure. I don't mind sharing a little about myself, but not too much. I'm no agent number 1, but I'm still a tracker. Been a tracker for over 30 years. Before that, I was what you might call a freebooter. I won't tell you what I did, but sure as hell wasn't above board. Well, suffice to say, that life can weigh on your soul. After a few close calls and some introspection, I came to the idea that I could do some good instead. Of course, it's hard to translate those kind of skills to the workforce, so here I am. Always saw to it to bring in my targets alive, in case they have any similar revelations.
Hell yeah. You really always bring your targets in alive? Isn't that difficult?
Yep, every single time. It ain't too hard when you've lived my life and seen the things I've seen. Folks deserve a second, third, even fourth chance. I'm living proof of that. Tell me, let's say someone puts a bounty on your head that you rightfully didn't deserve, or maybe you slipped up and had a bad day. You think it's right that they get to play executioner?
I imagine it's too situational to adhere strictly one way or the other.
You see, that's what you call a slippery slope. You justify it once, you can justify it again. Sooner or later, you end up like old Yama over there, believing yourself some servant of the god of death or something, and thinking you're doing them poor souls a favor. Ain't no life for me. Anyway, you're gonna do you, and I won't judge. But don't come crying to me if you can't reckon with your own demons.
Alright, well, you take care.
You need anything, Bloodhound?
Sean, nah, I'm good, Touche.
Touche?
How's the kiddo, by the way?
She's doing great. She just lost another baby tooth. Yeah, she's really starting to read, too. Her dad's teaching her.
How about that? I remember when she was yay high and could barely speak. Oh, bless your heart, you must be proud.
She's the light of my life. You know, she's why I'm not out there anymore. Can't put her at risk, you know? I'll just, have to live vicariously through the trackers that stole through here.
I hear that. Well, anyone stupid enough to go after your girl would see us rain fire down on them faster and more ruthless than the wrath of hell itself.
I know. All the same, it was time to get out anyway. Thanks, though. Take a load off. Have a cold drink. Unless you have somewhere better to be.
Alright. Let's see what old Grumpy here has to say. Oh, nothing apparently. Just disgusted grunts. Ugh. Ugh.
Really making a name for yourself, I see.
You're always welcome to relax here.
Nothing else?
Between jobs.
All out of grunts? All out of disgust? I'm hitting the button. Nothing. Alright. Alright, let's speak to old Two-Shot
Take a
here.
seat. There's no judgment here.
Seems nice.
Well, you're a new face. Ain't every day we get fresh meat for the grinder. What do we call you, Tracker?
Agent number 1?
Yes, Tate.
When am I gonna get another assignment?
Nah, same old face I've always had. That's not what you meant though, is it?
Should have seen that one coming. I appreciate a tracker with a sense of humor. It's a nice change from the usual. A lot of them around here are all brooding, strong, silent, I work alone types. It's refreshing to talk to someone who ain't.
Ah, right.
Should I be going around giving up my name like that?
Of course, sunshine. That's the whole point of the call signs. So we know who's who without giving real names.
Well, in that case, call me Mantis.
Mantis? Not like the Mantis, though, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Better to leave it a mystery. What can I get for you, Mantis? Oh, where are my manners? They call me Two-Shot, or even Touche for short. Used to be a tracker in the field like you. But I traded in gunslinging for slinging drinks. I sell drinks to wet your whistle and other provisions you may need out there. So what'll it be?
You should get a name like Two-Shot.
Funny you ask. Most trackers choose their call signs. So did I. Used to be called Solar Flare. But enough people started calling me Two-Shot that it stuck. When I was out there, it never took me more than 2 shots from my firearms to bag my target. Thought I would have given it up once I retired from tracking to have a kid. I pour such strong drinks that now they say it doesn't take any more than 2 shots to down a tracker. So, it stuck.
Really?
They decided to keep me on the payroll.
Only 2 shots? That's gonna be some real strong alcohol. Working here, you must know a lot about the other trackers, right?
You know it, Sunshine. Who do you want to know about?
What's the deal with Agent No One?
There is no story there. That's kind of the point with any Agent No One. You gotta give up your identity completely when you become leader of the trackers. That job comes with a giant target on your back. So, the less people know, the better. Agent No One is like a closed book. If that book were also glued, clamped, chained, and buried underneath an active volcano on the most distant moon of the most distant planet of the furthest star system.
Can you tell me about Bloodhound?
Bloodhound's one of the old-timers. He's good people, but I hear that wasn't always the case. I can't say for sure, but based on some of the stories he used to tell, I think he was ex-Fleet. As in the Crimson Fleet. Quite a turn to go from an outlaw to someone who chases outlaws. But the skills transfer pretty well, I imagine.
What's with Inevitable?
Oh, she's been doing this longer than anyone, I think. She's old, but don't count her out just yet. Rumor is she was next in line for Agent No One, but turned it down after the last one was killed. She even brought the killer to justice. Word is, she just liked fugitive recovery a lot more. Or didn't want the responsibility. I lean more towards the latter. It makes more sense considering she's an agent now. Anyway, they used to say that the longer she bides her time, the more a fugitive has to fear.
What about Roach?
He talks a big game, even has the skills and stats to back it up. But you probably also know as well as I do that he is fiercely competitive. You can either play into it or ignore it. He's not that bad once you get to know him. You ever wonder why he's called Roach, huh? It's because he seems to be unkillable.
I noticed he's marked as essential.
He's managed to get himself out of some extremely sticky situations unscathed.
Because I tried to murder him while his back was turned to me. Stash! What about him?
He fancies himself a charmer, let me tell you. Could talk a
Well?
leech out of an overworked engine compartment. Don't tell him I sent you. But he's a bit of a tracker fanboy. Never could quite hack it himself, but that's why he's still here. I bet he could talk your ear off about tracker history and stuff. Lord knows my ears feel a little looser after talking with him.
What? I was about to say that's adorable, but the ears thing is a little weird. What about Warden?
Oh, he isn't exactly the conversational type. Seems to enjoy the company of others, but not talking to them or interacting with anyone in any meaningful way. We just leave him alone and let him do his thing. He doesn't bother us, and we don't bother him. Other than that, I don't know much about him. Seems to be a good tracker, though.
And, last and... let me try that again. My chair just fell apart. Okay. Last and probably least, or at least second to least. What about Yama?
Other than his obsession with death, I don't know much about him. He doesn't exactly open up to others. Everyone says he must have seen or done some pretty terrible things. I don't have anything to go on but that. You know, it takes a lot to make me uncomfortable, and even though he's never done anyone here any harm, or even so much as let anyone down, he still gives me the creeps.
Yeah, seems like a bit of a weirdo, and not the fun kind of weirdo. Yeah, I guess that's it for the trackers.
Suit yourself.
We literally talked about each of them. Hey, what you got back there?
Whatever you want, sunshine. As long as you've got a cred stick and a stomach that can handle it.
Anything? Could you make a grilled cheese? Do we even still have grilled cheese these days? Yeah, this is garbage. You keep guns and ammo for sale back there? Actually, I might buy some ammo. Don't know which one we've been using, but can never go wrong buying some 7.62 and 7.77 and 6.5. Maybe some healing items? Any emergency kits? A few of them. Any health packs? No health packs. What about... oh, no, they're called med packs. That's right. And then trauma packs. 2 of those. Okay.
Yama, you tracked
Whoa.
blood in all over my damn floor again earlier.
Yes, that was likely.
Well, could you not?
Well, if
Tired
it
of
ain't the
cleaning up after you.
wannabe comedian.
I mean,
Look
look
at
at
he
you
acts.
now. Not a speck of blood on you. You clearly know how to clean up after yourself.
For you, I will try to be more careful, but I make no promises.
Fine. Well, maybe I don't make any promises to give you a clean glass to drink out of. How's that for you?
Oh, that'll learn him. Well, that's everyone, I think. What are you doing? This isn't Fallout. That is literally a Fallout animation.
Do what's right for you.
Children of Adam is... whoa!
Treating you well out there.
You good? What you doing, bud? Alright, I'm just gonna go talk to the robot. Hi. Koyos?
Agent Koyos, at your service. If you have need of my services, just ask. But try not to monopolize my time.
There. Koyos, does that stand for something?
No, it is a
Oh.
pseudo-acronym meant to emphasize my station as hardware and software. My programmer thought it would be clever, but clearly it goes over most heads.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Koyos was a Greek Titan god, born of Uranus and Gaia. He was known as a Titan of knowledge and queries. But I wouldn't expect you to know that.
Oh. Okay. Well, what is it you'd say you do here?
Mostly stand around waiting for someone to interact with me. I am connected to the tracker database, so when a tracker either has or needs information about a certain target, they come to me. My directive is to assist trackers with any queries they have, and if desired, give advice based on the information we have compiled.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Leave no quarter, show no mercy.
Oh. So everyone says that here. I thought it was just the one guy being a little weird. Oh. Oh, it's a bathroom. Okay. Oh.
How's your gear holding up?
I don't know, how's your gear? I think that's everyone. I don't really feel like hearing Yama's weirdness. This particular brand of it. I guess we should talk to Tank. Hey Tank, ever heard of a movie called The Matrix?
Oh, hey! I heard we were getting a new tracker. Nice to meet you. Call me Tank, 'cause there ain't no stopping me. I'm new around here too, but if you've ever seen me run the Red Mile, you know I'm not just blowing smoke. Anyway, hit me up if you want to swap pointers, or just shoot the shit, you know?
You're on the Red Mile?
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. 19 successful runs last I checked the leaderboard. Anyway, keeps my skills sharp, which is even more important now that I'm a tracker. I know I don't look like much of a tracker or a runner, but I'm cool with people underestimating me. Makes it that much more special when I crush their expectations.
You're a rookie. What's that been like for you?
Good. It's been good. Kind of easy compared to the Red Mile, maybe. I mean, people may be unpredictable, but they're easier to take down than the beasts on Porima 3. Heck, sometimes they give up willingly. And the other trackers seem to appreciate my work. Even the grumpy ones who think I'm too soft. But they shut up real quick when they see me in action.
Why do they think you're soft?
Probably because I'm too friendly. Almost everyone around here is either all business or standoffish. Maybe that's just what happens after you do this for a while. But nah, not me. Gotta take some time away from being a ruthless bounty hunter to be a real human being, you know? Otherwise, what's the point of it all? And it's the same with some of these targets. Some of them just messed up real bad and deserve another chance. You need to remember, they're people, and not just a picture with the fat cred stick attached.
You want to swap pointers? What do you think I could teach you?
I don't know. There's gotta be something, right? Like, how would you deal with a target that seems ready to blow your brains out, but you know he's not in his right mind? Like he's on Aurora or something.
With caution. I get him talking long enough for him to come down from his high.
Yo, that's smart. I like where your head's at. No sense dragging a corpse back if it didn't have to be that way. And plus, if you bring him in alive, he could face justice the right way.
Alright. Well, see ya, Tank.
Hasta luego, my friend.
I got a couple more people up here to talk
Good
to.
work out there.
Not sure if no one has much to say.
Agent number one?
Yes, Tank?
When am I gonna get another assignment? I'm
Oops.
itching to get back out there and track down some bounties.
It is like I told you. Now that you are a full-fledged tracker, you will not get assignments, nor will you be assigned a partner. You must do these things on your own. If you want to hunt a bounty, check the wanted display. If you want a partner, you must ask them. Or you can take a mission from the bounty board downstairs if you wish.
Ah, right. Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to everything here. Thanks for the clarification. I'll see if there's anything I feel qualified to do.
Well,
What? Why does a formal organization like the Trackers even exist?
after the Nerian War, there were issues with extrajudicial vigilantism involving bounty hunting. The Trackers Alliance was formally established and sanctioned by the Freestar Collective and the United Colonies as a way to combat this growing problem. The governments of the settled systems hire us for our specialized skills and allow us to operate largely unhindered in exchange for holding us accountable. This mutual trust is rarely breached.
Can you tell me more about bringing in targets alive?
Certainly. It's largely the same whether you're finding targets of opportunity with your scanner, taking on an elite tracker bounty mission, or going after a target of interest. After you've convinced your target to surrender, or subdued them through non-lethal force, you can register them with the system. Registering them lets either local law enforcement or a specialized tracker know to come transport them away.
What if a target runs after I register them?
With someone on their way, your target would not get far. They would be charged with additional felonies. It would only be worse for them.
Will someone always come no matter where I am?
Yes. I won't go into the particulars, but even if you are in the furthest reaches of space, someone will eventually be directed to pick up your target.
Convenient. And who are these specialized trackers?
We have trackers who specialize in prisoner escort and detainment, rather than what we're asking you to do. They have the ships and equipment required to ensure successful handoff to the appropriate authority.
The motto, leave no quarter, show no mercy, isn't bringing them in alive showing mercy?
I can see why you would ask, but no. Criminals are punished by the justice system depending on their crimes. Some of those punishments can be harsh. Not everyone in the Alliance feels the same about the motto, as it's a bit of a holdover from older times. It's more of a tradition, and it serves as a reminder to never give up and pursue your targets to the end of the universe, so they can face justice one way or another.
Suppose. Well, sounds like you've got everything figured out.
Our system works pretty well for us.
And who are you exactly? What's your story?
I am no one. By design. There has always been and always will be an agent number one to lead us. Upon assuming the mantle, one loses all traces of identity, including all of one's records and history, even gender and voice. You can
Genderless? Based?
to do harm to one in this position. To protect family and associates, our identity is more than confidential. It is eliminated from existence.
How did you wipe out your entire records and history?
I will simply state that our partnership with the United Colonies and Freestar Collective comes with some powerful tools.
No real name. So how do people refer to you in general?
They call me Agent Number One, or Agent No One. Use they or them when speaking about me.
They, them.
Protect my identity. However, that had already been my preference.
That's kind of given away a little bit though, isn't it? But I appreciate that little detail. Was it difficult to give up your identity?
Yes and no. When one attains this position, ties to family and other associates are cut off. That is the most difficult aspect. As far as anyone knows, my former self is dead. Records of my life are mysteriously lost. I assume that is difficult for those one leaves behind. However, I am fortunate that I did not have many family, associates, or records to lose. My name was no great loss, nor were other aspects of my identity. I never conformed to gender, for instance. For me, it was an easy decision.
Cool. Okay. Well, you have a good one.
May luck follow you.
It don't seem so bad after all. Alright, and
I don't mind these breaks and the silence.
last person.
I'm pleased you chose to join us. Call me inevitable.
Okay, Thanos. Inevitable, that's your call sign?
Yes. I chose this call sign to remind me how important it is to take my time. My work may take longer than others, but I never make mistakes. And I always find my quarry. No one has escaped me in over 40 years.
She may be slow, but watch her go. I'm glad too. I appreciate you bringing me here, Inevitable.
You're welcome. All I did was extend the invitation. You decided to follow through and brought yourself. I didn't choose to recruit you, but I did the research and tracked you down. Surprisingly, it was not easy.
What's this? Kid stuff. And you didn't think to just check with my parents in New Atlantis?
Oh, I know about your parents. But after doing some recon, it became clear that your father is not the best at keeping secrets. So it would have been too risky to potentially expose myself. But evidently, you are. They never seemed to know where you were. By the way, you may want to get in touch with your mother. She, complains that you never call her anymore. A lot.
Oh my god, we visit her all the time. And she shows up everywhere. It wasn't easy to find me? How so?
Well, from what I can tell, despite your notable accomplishments around the settled systems, you don't stick around anywhere for too long. And following you can be a challenge as well, since it seems to be by whim where you go next.
And we have fast travel. I'm sure that makes it especially difficult. So how did you find me?
I followed some tips, then picked a busy port and waited. I'm nothing if not patient. I knew it was only a matter of time before you showed up.
Being hard to find seems like a good trait for a tracker.
For you, yes. A good tracker should be as a shadow. Elusive, unnoticed, yet ever-present. For me, let's just say it exposes a vulnerability in my armor. Perhaps my skills are not, what they once were.
Any advice for a new tracker?
Yes. Patience is your #1 virtue. That is something I did not understand fully when I was younger and less experienced. As a novice tracker, I was impetuous. One of my early quarries took advantage of this. He would wait for me to act rashly and falter, which gave him the upper hand he needed to escape. The cycle would repeat. He evaded me for years. It wasn't until I understood the value of patience that I caught up with him and finally claimed the bounty on his head. It's how I earned my call sign. It may take time, but I always get my mark.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much. I've been doing this longer than any of the other trackers, even Agent #1. I pay little mind to the claim I was the best. I've no need to compare and no ego to feed. Not like Roach chasing some asinine record. My specialty is tracking our most elusive targets, which takes longer. Sometimes months or years. I do my job thoroughly, and that's all there is to it. That being said, I rarely go on the hunt these days. My experience is now far more valuable as an agent than a field tracker.
Are you retired?
Not quite. It is rare that a tracker lives long enough that they can choose to retire. Those who do are truly fortunate. Some of us decide to continue our service to the Alliance as agents and offer our services as guides and teachers. Our experience is valued. Does that worry you at all? Does it change your mind about wanting to be a tracker?
No, you're living proof that it can be done.
Of course. Just understand that I'm the exception, not the rule. This is dangerous work, even by your standards.
Okay, well, I'll see you later.
Until we speak again.
Okay, I think that is finally everyone. I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. I was really kind of expecting... Okay, we've heard this already. I was really expecting a lot more people like Roach, but pretty much everyone, almost everyone, was pretty cool. I really like Stash and Bloodhound, and Two Shot seems pretty cool, and even Agent No One Tank seems cool.
I do. Thank you for understanding.
And Inevitable as well, she seems cool too. Pretty much just Yama and maybe the silent grunter in Roach, of course, but I don't know. Maybe, like Two Shot said, it's all just bluster and he's not actually so bad underneath, but I don't know. I mean, considering that everyone else around here is a lot more decent, I feel like he doesn't need to be that way, but yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised. That was kind of a balm for the soul after everything I was saying about the writing in this game. This was... just feel a lot better about it. I mean, not the game as a whole, but I don't know, I just really needed that from this game at this exact moment, so I appreciate that.